Good evening, everybody, and welcome to National ETV's coverage of NHIAA tournament action. Tonight, it's the girls' hockey semifinals between Hanover and Bishop Guertiin. And I'm Tom King, along with Rich McDonough, who will handle the play-by-play. Rich McDonough.
We hope.
Well, Rich McDonough, I'll tell you what, it's not a girls' tournament without these two teams meeting. They met in the finals way back in 2010. It was Guertiin's first appearance in the finals. And then they met in two semifinal games 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Last year they missed each other, but they're not missing each other now. This is these two teams destined to always play each other. It's always a game you circle on the calendar during the regular season, and now we get a bonus game.
And lots of pedigree in every respect. Defending champs from Bishop Guertiin. Obviously, they're having themselves a great year. They're the 3 seed. Hanover, a juggernaut in my opinion, Tom. They are the 2 seed, seated right behind Pinkerton, but they are undefeated, right, Tom?
Yeah,
13-0 in the
New
state.
Hampshire, in this state, they haven't lost. They had a down year last year, Rich. They didn't have the numbers and the depth that they normally have. They've got a little bit more this year, and it's certainly enough to carry them. Parity has kind of come up. The other programs have come up. Saw Oyster River Portsmouth. They won today. They beat Pinkerton in the semis. So there's a lot more parity in the state.
Yep.
But Hanover this year, it really does look like it's their year. BG will try to stop that.
And one thing, Tom, you and I, folks, have to note, BG, the injury bug struck.
Oh, my goodness.
2 of their good players here, Gaffey and Shattuck, are hurt and dinged up. Gaffey in particular, I saw her last weekend, and that's a big hole to fill. But that's what you have to do in the playoffs,
Everybody
Tom.
felt bad for her on Friday night when she lost.
And you were covering that, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, sadly I had to miss it. Anyway, welcome, guys. Rich McDonough here. We are at Everett, which is a cold arena, Tom. Lots of, built for fast teams, and we'll probably see that tonight. But a little wider ice maybe favors Hanover just because they're such fast skaters. We'll see what the fence line for Bishop Guertiin can do. And hard charging right there is Rachel Rockmore. You got to like that name, number 16 for the Hanover Bears.
The most important player on the ice is really 2 of them for Bishop Guertiin. Number 10, Grace Minichi, the defenseman who really can play at all ends of the ice, and the goaltender, Scar Casey.
Scar Casey.
She will be seeing some rubber tonight.
And we got to see her play in the finals last year at SNU Arena, and she was awesome. She's had a little bit of yips down the stretch, but that's all right.
This year,
that's all right.
She came back late with a concussion.
Yeah, but she's a big game goalie.
Yeah.
And she's going to need it. That was one of my keys. She's got to get hot tonight.
Well, she was pretty hot against Exeter on Friday night, so she's in tournament mode.
Right, and handling it here is Hannah Gardner. She takes a real hard zip shot, and that glances off the pads of Scar Casey. Can't get it out of the zone, and handling it there is number 7, that's Nora Bradley, and this one gets frozen in this freeze and squeeze 13-21 by Scar Casey.
Key
right
for
after
Casey
we mentioned
will
her.
be to contain the rebounds, Rich.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Hanover beat BG with their speed in their first meeting, from what I was told.
And that was 6-0, right?
And this is a smaller ice rink. This will help BG out a little bit.
Especially with the injury bug. Nice save there by Casey.
She had to see that through a lot of people.
Yeah, off of Bradley Ripper earlier, and it finally gets into the neutral zone and out. But good contain there by the Bears. And right underneath us here, some good fighting for it is Mev Lee. And I tell you, that Mev Lee and Bradley connection is diabolical.
Yeah, Lee has been a up-and-coming player for the last couple of years, and now she's arrived, and she is really the heart and soul of this Hanover team.
She did the damage. And here comes Bradley off to the races, one-on-one, snaps it, and I think that was caught. Nice job there by Scar. Kicks that to the corner and out. But Lee had herself a hattie in a 3-0 game in the quarters, Tom. That's tough to take, but
I was surprised at that score. That was a fairly close score. I was really kind of surprised at that.
Yeah, I read the coach's interview, and he said he doesn't look for moral victories, kind of synopsis there.
Right.
But he said they got nothing to hang their heads about. And anyway, whoever wins this one tonight gets to face the Clipper Cats. ORP were winners earlier. Oh, and they popped it in. That was her, Rockmore. I said she's got a great hockey name.
Well,
Rachel Rockmore, 12:08. Nets the first one past Scar.
We said the key were rebounds, right?
Yes.
Casey could not get a hold of the puck, and Hanover just kept stuffing it, and finally they got the goal.
Yeah. And that was, yep, they do give that to Rockmore, no doubt about it, but we're just waiting for the scorers table. Referees tonight are Stacy McKinnon, Erica Simpson, and Allie Caron. Good officiating crew on board tonight here at Everett in Concord. I don't care if it's 80 degrees outside, it's always 30 in here.
You know, from my standpoint, Everett Arena giveth and it taketh away.
Do
right?
tell.
It giveth the great view from the press box, right on top of everything. Great for photography, great for Dylan Smith to shoot. It taketh away a lot of heat and a lot of temperature
and
because we freeze every time.
And Pete Johnson managing it all to my right up here. All right, we got a 2-on-2 developing, and that one glances off the pads of Eleanor Edson.
First shot of the game for BG, but you know what? They're going to need stronger shots on the Hanover goal. That's not going to get it done.
Yeah, that was a softie. All right, here comes the ever-fast Bradley. She gets in on tight, gets it behind the net after it ricochets out. Contain it is Lee there, and comes across the ice, and it does trickle outside the blue line. 11 minutes even left. We're 4 minutes in, 15-minute periods in high school hockey.
Yeah,
folks.
Guertiin's got to work on puck possession, Rich. They haven't had it enough in the Hanover end. No forechecking, no flurries. Meanwhile, that's been the opposite in the BG end. Hanover's been in there.
Well, one of my keys.
Bradley threw the puck at the net. She threw it wide, but she was allowed to go back in and get the puck. That should not happen.
That shouldn't happen, but she's also, I'd say, a couple of skates faster than a lot of people out on any ice.
That's true, but you know what? If that's the case, you got to kind of get in
and Mev Lee winds up. That one misses everything, goes wide, and I think Scar Casey is crossing herself after that one. This one trickles down the slot.
You can't check in girls hockey, but you can impede. You know what I mean?
Of course I do. And we had delayed offsides there. Not able to stay on was Hamilton. And everybody's got to tag up, and here come the Bears. And that's Julia Law, number 14. She evades everybody. Oh, nice crossover skating into the slot. Lifts that up high over Scar Casey, who's down on her knees and doing a pirouette in her own goal, trying to find the puck, and does so. And coming up with it is our goal scorer, Rockmore. She feeds it up top side of the slot, keeping it in, is number 5. That's Braga. Another good player. This team neither team has a huge bench, Tom, but lots of experience on both sides. But Hanover, they saw it all happen last year.
This skilled Hanover team taking the next level that they had a year ago, and that is the key. They have improved dramatically.
Well, I'll take you, taking a hard shot there was Grace Spangler, one of the more diminutive people on the ice, but she is tough. I saw her play over at JFK a few weeks ago. Tough, tough, tough player. And this one gets off of the pads of Edson and out, and it's mired behind the cage right now. Edson is wheeling around, giving
Riley Goathwaite comes in, she lets a shot go, but she's the only green jersey in there. There's no one else coming. They've been a line change, not sure, but they need more players like they have now in the zone.
But if I coach
lacrosse
for so many years.
They've got to be careful back the other way, but you can't overdo it.
All right, bringing it up into the ice. Can't get it out of through the neutral zone, but then throwing it in there is their team leader. That's Grace Minichi, who I saw get a hattie, I think maybe even 4 goals a couple weeks ago against the Manchester Queens. Yep, we got delayed offsides again. And at 8:27, we're going to see another face-off. Rich McDonough and Tom King here in the booth at Everett Arena in Concord, and it's a 5-2 shots on goal lead early on for the Hanover Bears, who, as we described, have been a juggernaut this year. 14-4 overall, 13-0 in state. Their only losses to New York teams, and they had a tie against Woburn, which I saw a couple days ago. All right, as we trickle down toward 8 minutes, it's stuck in the neutral zone, trying to give chase and out of the view of our press box, but maybe not for Dylan Smith over there on cam, doing a great job as always. Medici with the speed. And
nobody's out of view of Dylan Smith. I get nervous when I, am in my own house. Figured he's got a camera on me.
All right, stuck in the corner and trying to fish it out there is Lee. And good defense to keep it in initially, but now it does squirt through the neutral zone and all the way down the ice, and it'll become an icing
Guertiin's
at
got
7:39.
to take advantage of some opportunities, all right? Yeah, I'll give you an example. They have a steal here in the zone when Olivia Hamilton is able to get her stick out and get the puck, but then she loses it off her stick. That's got to be snared and then take it right in with a quick shot.
All right.
You've got to take advantage of any turnover, any break at all that this Hanover team can give you.
All right, and after Goldthwait gets excused from the faceoff circle,
great
out
shot
to the
by
fence,
Medici.
She's a good player, got the whole game.
She is the best
and while we were
player on this team. I
while
don't
we
think
are
there's
on the
any doubt
subject
about
of Dylan Smith, I believe he is a birthday boy tomorrow. Is that not true, Dylan? Hey, he's shaking his head. Happy birthday a day early, buddy.
Dylan Smith is probably about 100 years younger than me.
That's for damn sure.
Yep.
All right, back down the ice we come. Here comes the fast skating Julia Law. She gets down to the half wall and gets it below the zone and brings it back out to the blue line. Golfed in there by Lindsay, and it goes to corner, but the only one there to get it is Seelig. All right, good kick out though, but Seelig's able to ricochet that right off the rear skate at 7:08. Boy, in a heartbeat, it goes to 2-zip, and it wasn't a long possession, but it was all Hanover on that possession.
Well, the thing is, they're on the possession, but they're throwing it right at the net. They do what you're supposed to do when you're down that low.
Heck of a goal right there.
Too many possessions in deep for the Bears.
And Scar Casey's got to seal that pipe off.
Got to.
Yep. Better to miss high than miss near where that post is. As an old lacrosse goalie myself, that is the rule.
2 goals right on top of her that have gone in.
She could have stood some better defense, but
that's just
she's got to seal.
And here's another break. Look at this.
And here comes the first goal scorer. That's Rockmore, and she's Johnny on top of it. Big wind up there by Braga.
And they're going to
Scar
ice
is able to glove that one
going
down.
to ice the puck.
Look at that thing knuckle all the way down to the end line, and at 6:37 it becomes an icing. So that was Seelig, as we thought, zinging that one off the boot. We'll get you assists when we can.
Rockmore on the assist.
Yeah, Rockmore, so she's got 2 points already, does Rockmore. A goal and an assist. Maybe she has a fight. It's a Gordie Howe hat trick. All right, Hanover wins that draw. And nice centering pass in there, and a big windup by Bradley misses, deflected by the BG Cardinals. And outside, it's all Hanover right now.
Oh, completely.
Time of possession. BG really is laying back, and I could see the tactics missing 2 good defense players. And here comes Bradley again, looking to wind up, does, and it's a pretty good save by Scar to get down in the sprawl and get that one to the ice. But once again, BG can't get it outside their defensive zone, Tom.
Not at all.
Very difficult. You know, you want to have long possessions when you're down a few people, but you got to get rid of the possessions on your own D end there. All right. And once again, it is pinned by Hanover. They get it past the half wall into the corner and all the way around far side of the ice. Trying to get it out. They cannot. Look at the squeeze. They're getting the trap every time against the wall, Tom. Nice job handling that puck for Kennedy. But again, it gets mired just north of the half wall, and it stays with Hanover. It's almost like they're,
this is unbelievable.
It's almost like they're on a power play.
Exactly. BG cannot get a hold of the puck.
Oh, and losing her skate was Medici. That's trouble. And a big wind up there by Braga. Goes wide. BG dodged the bullet there. And it's stuck on the half wall one more time. We're almost at 5 minutes, folks. It's 2-0 Hanover.
And they lucked out there as well, as Hanover had a player ready to make a charge on the net.
We'll see, but defending champs are in trouble. And Menici's stick was down on the ice again. She finally gets that twig. And this one finally hits, ricochets off of Rockmore's boot and gets into the neutral zone, but just as fast. Here come the Bears, Tom. It's relentless.
8-3 in shots right now.
Ooh, and taking it was Medici there, and a big windup and a snapshot by Seelig.
8-3, and those are generous 3 shots that they've given Guertiin on the board.
Well, they were slow rollers, And again, I can see the philosophy. You're down a few key people who help your defensive effort. Get it in deep and save your energy, maybe get a possession out of it. But part of hockey is you got to put puck in the net. Good save there by Scar off the draw.
And
but
she,
Rockmore
again,
picks
she's
it up.
she corralled it very quickly.
Yep. But again, once again, the only one there is that trying to get it out is Spengler. She can't get that one. It goes back past the half wall and into the corner. Again, out of reach of our booth. And there it goes. It squirts out and goes to corner. And giving chase there is Manici one more time. Boy, she's going to be dead tired tonight, Tom. Manici.
Well, the problem is you've got to use Manici so much on defense, you're not going to get much offense out of her.
Well, she's a team leader everywhere on D, speed, and goal scoring. That's why she wears that C on her sweater. But she's in a dogfight tonight. Nice job. Beautiful diagonal passing and spacing. Yeah. Just evaded, and it goes past all the lines.
Yeah, but doing a good job to get back. Ain Kelly
and we're
using the speed. But I saw Ain Kelly with that burst of speed, right, to get back there. Guertiin needs that the other direction.
Somebody's got to step into that speed roll and allow Manici to do her darndest at the back line here. 3:52, here comes the dot to Edson's left. And Manici keeps it in and zips one in finally.
Again, all her shots from that point are on point. She talks to Carly Green and says, get down there and I'll get you a shot that's in and you can get the rebound.
Well, with the 2-zip lead at 3:46, you want to say the 2-0 lead in hockey is the worst lead possible, but I will tell you this.
Yeah, not at 3:41 left in the first period, it's not.
But this season, Hanover is outscoring its opponents just almost 8 to less than 1 per game.
Yep.
That is diabolical. All right, getting it in deep there is Wilkinson.
All right,
and
so
Guertiin's
got 3:25 left, right? They've got to do their best now to keep Hanover off the board. You don't want to go in the break down 3 or even 4 to nothing. You've got to keep them off the board, keep them off 2-0. Maybe get a goal, start the second period, and then get back in the game.
Well,
one goal gets them back in.
They've got to back check a little bit. I know it's going to extend the defensive capabilities or pull it loose, but they've got to do something to stop this assault.
Hanover's so quick to the puck, Rich. They are just on it all the time.
And look at Manici skating. She is real tired.
She's gassed.
Oh, that's not Manici.
That's Green. But Green's gassed too. They're all gassed on Guertiin right now.
Couldn't see beyond
the why?
Ponytail
Playing defense takes a lot more out of you. That's why.
Missed check there by Manici, and a big windup hits Scar in the breadbasket. Ricochets out and up the slot. Unable to get control of it are the Cardinals, even though they were first to the puck. And that is, I mean, if you watch, Tom, the white sweaters are swarming here. All right, that was a long pass and getting a good long whip. Finally getting it off the ice is Green.
But so tired is Green, she couldn't skate up the ice with the interception.
Barely could get off the ice, and somebody's got to be giving her some oxygen at this point. Nice tape-to-tape pass to Law. Law comes down the right side. Look at the speed.
Yep.
And she's hauled down to the ice there by Kelly. Nothing doing on the call. Hit her from the hip. That's all right. And we're under 2 minutes, folks. It's 2-0 Hanover, and they're up 10-4. 10-4, good buddy, on the shot count. Rich McDonough and Tom King on the call here tonight. NFHS Sports is calling it live. We'll be on Nashua TV, presumably streaming in our YouTube channel eventually, in the capable hands of DJ PDP Johnson. All right, here come one more time. Hanover's not done. They're looking for more. Any team that gets 8 goals a game is always looking for more. And as Tom King told you, folks, that first game between these two teams was a wipeout. 6-0 Hanover all the way. This one misses wide. And one more time, Tom, you pointed out, they're not getting hard shots on the cage.
Not hard shots and no help for rebounds, right?
Great skating there by...
It's one and done for Guertiin, and oh, that's a bad turnover.
Yeah, you can't... The top of the slot. Oh, and Scar, that's a good save.
They are very lucky
that
she didn't go in further. She decided to shoot it early. I thought she'd go right in on top of it.
And she's waiting for it at the doorstep.
Yep.
Good, way to retreat, way to get back for help side defense. Finally able to get it out of the O-zone are the Cardinals, and it's into the neutral zone. No fresh legs except for one come on the ice, and then to Skirko.
Green is back on the ice.
Boy, she's going to have to drink a gallon of water at the intermission time. We're at 30 and counting, folks. Dropping her twig out there was Kelly one more time. And she has to stay in the cycle here. Finally gets a chance to pick that one up as it squirts outside the zone.
Hanover looking to try to organize for one last flurry.
And they get a change here, and you're going to get some fresh legs with 10 seconds. And here comes a big forechecking. That keeps the puck. No, it squirts outside into the neutral zone. That probably runs us out and down with 2-1
that
and
will
counting.
do it. And Guertiin accomplishes one thing there, Rich McDonough.
Yes, sir.
They hold them to 2 when it looked like Hanover had some chances to add to that lead. But
not unimportant.
that's the silver lining they have to take out of this. The shots on goal, 11 for Hanover, 4 for Bishop Guertiin. The score after 1 period of play here in the girls NHIAA semifinals is Hanover 2, Bishop Guertiin nothing. We will be back with the start of the second period right after.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
And welcome back, everybody. Tom King here along with Rich McDonough. The second period is just about ready to start here with Bishop Guertiin trailing Hanover in Concord 2-0 in the Division I NHIAA girls hockey semifinals. Take it away, Rich
Yeah, it was
McDonough.
all Hanover in the first frame, Tom.
Sure was. I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
And our goals and assists were, hey, line mates there. You got a nice goal at 2:52 from Rachel Rockmore and an assist from Seelig. And guess what happened 5 minutes on the dot later is Seelig gets one with a helper from Rockmore.
You know that Phil DeVita told his players, get a goal and get it to 2-1, and then we'll take care of the rest.
But look at that one trickling in the 5-hole. No! And unable to stuff that one in was Bradley.
And that's how they scored their first 2 goals.
Well, the second one was off the boot, but it was just a roller, a knuckler in front of Scar both times. And, you know, it's difficult, but you got to hop on that one. And guess what? Like, she hopped on that and got the squeeze and freeze in a hurry there. 14-27, Scar sees the drop from her right side this time with all that nice smooth ice and a
She has seen the puck all night. She's done a good job of seeing what Hanover's doing and being ready for it.
Yeah, I think, you know, the first goal was, that's tough because it was rebounds and everybody was in her face.
She could not get her glove on the puck.
But that second one, she got to seal the pipe.
Yep.
Got to seal the pipe. That said, no defense. And here we come with Hanover steaming down as Wilkinson. Back check there, nicely there by Kelly. And this one rolls around. It trickles in front of Scar Casey, and nothing there. I almost said Scarlett Johansson. But if I got her a $100 million acting career, I'm an agent. All right, here we go, all the way back down the ice. No icing there because Edson went out and got it. It clicked off a boot nearest our camera. Ably manned always by the great Dylan Smith. And this one trickles down all the way back into the O-zone for the Cardinals, but the only ones coming up with it are the Hanover Bears. And that was kind of the song we were singing in the first half. It was Bears. It was like they had 8 players on the ice, Tom.
Yeah, it felt that way. They just had more speed, they're just in better shape right now. It just seems that way.
And somehow BG, with its injuries, they've got to find a way to get some relief for Minichi and get her off to the races. She skates as well as anybody we've seen, and she certainly can put the puck in the net. But when she has to do all the work on defense, makes it too difficult. And there's Minichi right on cue, hauling one out of the crease and trying to ricochet it off the board at the half wall, but it stays in. Keeping it in was Gardner. Zings one off and goes right side of Scar Casey. This one might find its way out, but great keep in there.
Guertiin cannot get the puck out of the zone. Now they finally do. And Spangler had it, and then she was surrounded. 3 players surrounded her, Rich.
Spangler is grit. She is a gritty player. She'll take shots give her body up for the team. Great skating right there, but a good poke check on Law. And that one finds itself north of the half wall and out. But right on cue, and waiting for everybody to tag up is Gardner. And then she finally gets trapped by the Cardinals. They're a good trapping team, and they have been unable to match Hanover's speed tonight.
Well, look at their Spangler
right there.
Spangler. Yep.
Trailing, looking for
Green is
Green
right
in
there.
The slot.
Looking
Can't get it.
Right.
Finally giving chase there was a Skirko. They need more out of her than we saw in the first frame. And here comes Manici directing traffic, gets it inside the blue line and down past the half wall, gets it to corner, centering pass fails. Off the tape, couldn't see who that was past the ponytail. I believe it was Spangler.
Yeah, it was.
That was a heck of a shift by her.
And Hanover has to ice the puck, which we haven't seen in this game at 14-5 in favor, shots in favor of the Bears. But Guertiin has gotten a couple of shots here. The one thing I see, Rich, is that they have to spend so much time in their own zone. They're just trying to flip it out of the zone, the Cardinals are. They can't skate it out and get a play going.
Right, and their long passes are out of
exhaustion.
Here we
go. There's a long pass right here. Look at this.
And here comes Bradley looking to lift it up. No, doesn't find its way through. Bradley has it in the corner. Giving chase there is Kelly. Kelly unable to win that battle, and it's at the bottom of the slot. And Casey makes another dynamic save. This one nicely kept in at the fence line there by Lindsay. And here comes beautiful cross tape-to-tape pass and an easy snapshot by Matt Lee, the senior captain, who nails one at 11:07 in the second period to make it 3-zip TK.
She was open on the left side. As soon as she got the puck, she one-timed it, and Scar Casey couldn't react in time. And it's a goal, and it's a 3-0 lead. So the idea for Guertiin was to try to get that first goal of this period. They're not able to do it. Hanover now up 3 goals, and it is quite a mountain that the Cardinals will have to climb.
Without a doubt, a team this complete in the Hanover Bears, it is a tall task in front of them. You got to buckle up and play, though. You got to get a bit more forechecking where you can, and just try to stop the assault here. The shots on goal tell a lot of the tale, Tom. It's 16-5. Yeah. And a lot of Hanovers have been high-quality shots versus some of the long, half-speed shots that the Cardinals have been able to muster tonight. But here come the Cardinals in the hands of Manici. She gets down to the bottom of the slot, takes a big spill on the ice, and she's trying to get up and get in. Can't do it. Now she gets up toward the blue line, and she looks like she might be feeling that one. And this one gets stuffed at the half wall, but again, Seelig is the one who comes up with it, and not the Cardinals. This one crosses every line in the house here at Everett, and we'll have it 10-10 on icing. Cardinals needed that, even just to get a breath. And we did get word that it was Wilkinson with that beautiful cross ice pass.
It was a great pass.
Tape.
And here we go again.
And here come the Bears, 3-on-2. Odd man rush developing, unable to keep it on the puck. He just squirts through the 5-hole off the stick of Wilkinson. We just called her name. She takes yet another cross ice pass. And we have a 4-0 hockey game, folks. And we're only 5 minutes and 2 seconds in to the second frame. It's just an electrifying offensive assault by Wilkinson and company, and it was a 3-on-2, and
you blink
your eye and it's done. Yeah.
You saw the speed. It was just a question of whether they could find an open shot, and they did right away.
And that's a tough save for any goalie. That was just 3-on-2.
But we are at 2 different levels here, Rich McDonough.
But by the time they crossed the back line, it was 3-on-1, and that one wide open, and she jammed it through the 5-hole.
Given Guertiin's injury situation and also the styles and the way Hanover has been playing, just a bad matchup for the Cardinals.
And it truly is. Truly is. I'm not sure even with the 2 players who are hurt makes that much of a difference.
The key loss for them was the Pinkerton game, because I believe if they had won that, they would have avoided Hanover in the semis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Lee
so-
and Bradley on the assists.
Well, not a huge roster, a huge bench for the Bears, but they all contribute big time, Tom. And the depth of this team.
Yeah, that's the one. I look at the roster. It's a small roster. I'm going to ask John Dodds after the game. I said, what is the difference between this year and last year? Why was this team last year, because of the depth, it didn't seem like a Hanover team that we're used to. But this year's team probably has about the same number of players. Why is it that much better?
Well, that's a
Because
question
it
of
is
the hour.
really that much better.
It
Way
should-
better than last year's
Well,
team.
just the scoring alone. I mean, down this stretch, Tom, they have been dominant. I mean, it's a 10-1 shellacking of Oyster River, which is going to be in the final after a 5-1 win in semifinal number 1. And then, of course, we talked about the 6-zip decision over BG on February 17th. They're mauling. The Bears are mauling excellent teams.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
They graduated a lot of players from that semifinal team last year, right? But
They only have 2 seniors on this roster, so
yeah,
that
so they
is,
saw a lot of hockey.
Yeah, Maeve Lee is one of them. So and Laura Lee Seelig is the other one.
Yeah. I believe she goes by Rory Seelig. I'll have to double check that. All right, this one tries to get outside the blue line, doesn't. Kept in, and one more time, story of the night is Hanover's keeping everything in. And one of my keys to the game for BG was to have long possessions. Ain't happening tonight. And here comes Lee one more time.
Oh, right in, right. Look at her shots.
She's
They're
always
right in.
around the puck, Tom. And they keep it in again. And here, off the tape, it sails wide off the stick of Law and high. And I tell you what, Casey is lucky that one didn't find the top shelf.
She is just under siege right now, Rich. I mean, every time Hanover touches the puck in their own zone, it's a shot waiting to happen. 17-5 in shots.
7:33 on the clock in the second period. Rich McDonough, Tom King here, National ETV. Dylan Smith on the camera. Awesome as always, DJ Pete Johnson. Looking for some Hawaii 5-0 music at some point. But
That
it's
will get
4-0.
in between periods, I'm sure.
Hanover over the defending champs and showing why, even though the number 2 seed, Hanover is really the team to beat. All right, stuck in the neutral zone there and unable to get it through of the Cardinals one more time. That's Kirka, and she can't get it. She's robbed by Law, and here comes Law getting it to her left side, all the way down past the slot, behind the goal, and Casey watches it, barks out a few commands, and gets up to the top side in Braga's stick, and she rifles it in,
Boy,
misses
that
everything.
had tipped to the center written all over it.
Yeah, and Law was waiting there, hunting the puck there. She does it again. This time it hits Minici's skates and out, and Minici finally is able to get on the horse and get some speed, but look at the surrounding checking
3 or 4
formation
players around the puck.
every time. Textbook. And it's great spacing as they retreat, too. Makes it very difficult to get the clear going and get any kind of momentum.
Oh, Guertiin is not able to skate it out of their zone. They have to flip it out of their zone, which is always a problem.
Nice little touch pass finds Wilkinson. She have a goal and assist in this period alone. And Rockmore skating hard. She gets to the bottom of the slot and takes one. And Casey is able to knock that one to the corner this time. And that one gets outside the blue line, and we're going to have on offsides. And a puck drop right in front of us.
And the fear period is flying by. 5:52 left to play in period number 2. It is a 4-0 Hanover lead. Things not looking good for the green and gold of Bishop Guertiin.
Long possessions, long passes, no penalties, and very few icing calls. BG could probably use a couple. All right, back down the ice. Well, it's stuck in the neutral zone and gets back into the zone.
Look at this.
I almost said the Marauders.
Look at
They're
this.
the Bears.
Yeah, no, they used to be, right?
Yeah, when I was
right?
coaching, they were the Marauders.
Right.
We had that name change a few years ago. And finally getting it out of the corner was Rockmore. She had a goal in the first period early
But again,
on.
see, flipping the puck to the neutral zone, but there's no one there except white jerseys. No skating out of the zone. They can't afford to. Look at that save by Casey, right on it.
And this one's going to go all the way down the ice, and at 5:13 in the second period with Hanover up 4-zip, it becomes an icing. You know, I was saying my pregame notes, Tom, knowing what I knew about Hanover, seeing BG a few times and calling a few games. But I was looking at Hanover, I just said, you've been dominant, just like William Wallace, be yourselves.
That's it.
And they're doing it.
Don't try to do anything different. They play their game.
How can Manichi get unglued here? She's doing her part.
At some point, you've got to switch her, but
You got to turn her loose.
yeah, you really have to.
Can't save the gas because 4-0 is huge. Nice kick there. Real unwritten, not in the books, but Goldthwait does a lot of glue things for this Cardinals team. Here comes Lee, tries to get that centering pass off the backside of her stick, and a big collision between Goldthwait and Gardner.
Incidental, I don't see an arm up,
it was,
so
they were
won't
going for
call
puck.
it. Yep.
And they were turning away from each other at the time. Reasonable no call. We're at 4:30, folks. It's 4-0 Hanover over the defending champ, Bishop Guertiin Cardinals out of Nashua. And now it's stuck behind the ice. Trying to look for the wraparound as Lee can't get it. And in through the ice and through the crease. And the whistle blows, possibly
Net came off its
the
moorings.
moorings. Yeah.
Yep.
4:23, and Casey's going to see yet another drop, this time to her right, Tom. It's in her grill all night long. Very difficult.
It is not easy being Scar Casey right now.
It ain't easy wearing green. All right. BG wins that one initially, but nice keep in there by Gardner, but it gets to the top of the slot and golfed out into the neutral zone, and good job there by Green. She's been given tough minutes tonight, has Green. This one gets all the way down, but controlling it at Gardner. BG can't catch up to its own pucks. All right, getting it out to the half wall and finding Law. And Law gets it into the neutral zone. Finally a forecheck there, finding Kennedy. But coming away with it one more time is Lee. Look at that speed. Right through two Cardinals and up and off the pads.
Yeah,
off the left.
and they have to ice the puck.
Yeah.
They're lucky there was not a Hanover player there for a rebound. Casey with a good save on Lee.
that was a
19-5 in shots. 19-5. Five shots in the better part of two periods. Will
tough.
not get it done.
But that was a very cerebral play by Lee. She had two Cardinals back, but she used the right defender as a screen, and Casey was lucky to pick that one up at the bitter end and got it off the left pillow.
No doubt
And this
about
one,
it.
ooh, off the blocker pad. Nice job by Casey. Good reaction time into the neutral zone, but once again controlled by the Bears at 3:33 and counting. 4-0 for Hanover over the Nashua, the BG Cardinals. As we have said, the defending state champs. And pretty good puck control right there for the Cardinals off the stick of Kelly. Kelly gets it into the far corner. And one more time is Spengler. She's always around the puck herself. And a good ricochet off there. Good decision there by Bradley. Bradley had the assist on that last goal, and back down we go, TK.
Could be icing here.
Yeah, I think it was.
No,
I
they
think
waved it off.
deflected
Deflected off a white stick.
right down below us.
White jersey stick. Yep.
Dylan Smith may have seen it. We did.
Dylan Smith sees everything.
He is like Sauron up there. All right, here comes Spengler. Working hard. She's been working hard all game. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but she does. And here we got a 2-on-2 developing off the puck. Nice little back pass. Nice leave there. Missing the net was Rockmore. And again, she had a goal in the first. She was hunting for more, and she gets to the bench. And we have a good sub and some fresh legs for the Bears. Last thing the Cardinals wanted to see is fresh legs coming at them. And here comes Lee. Good poke check by Kelly. All right, here comes
Guertiin with a
Goldthwait.
possible 2-on-1, but look who gets back. They all get back.
Lee was back before everybody else,
Unbelievable.
and she was ahead of everybody
And
else.
look at this.
Great skating there. More good skating by Seelig. And
That's the key. Hanover is simply in the right places, and they are also out skating Guertiin because Guertiin is just simply tired. 20-5 in shots, 2:04 left in the period. We are in the second period. It's a 4-0 Bears lead here in the semifinals.
And Goldthwait and Lee go to the dot to Casey's right, our camera's left. And Lee wins that one. It almost
Whoa.
skips over, hit the top of the net, and ricochets loose, but up the slot, able to get that one off the tape was Seelig, but it ricochets wide. And as many saves as Casey has had, she's also dodged a bunch of bullets tonight. And this one gets outside the neutral zone, but it's 3-on-1 for puck retrieval right there.
Good job by Guertiin to knock Lee off her skate so
All right.
she does not get that puck in.
Good speed by Hamilton. They're going to need a lot more Hamilton speed if that's how she can skate. Guertiin
simply needs a goal, Rich McDonough. They need something to give them a little bit of an emotional lift.
Anything. And Jim Carrey saying, so you're saying there's a chance. All right, big freeze up and tie up in the far corner, left side of our camera.
Whoa!
Oh, trying to stuff it in there was Seelig, and Scar closes the gate on that one, and Seelig takes a seat on the ice.
Yeah,
108.
she took a seat on the ice because she took a check. They could have called something there. They did not. 108 to play here in the period.
And they're going to need Spengler to do some dirty work here. She goes right to the dot.
They
We'll
got
see
to
what
be
happens.
careful though. 5 down, 5 on 4. They won't be able to do much. So
Yeah,
they
no
can't.
kidding.
They can't allow. It's
Yeah.
been a power play, game-long power play for Hanover
It's
already.
felt that way for sure.
So they can't let that continue.
All right, good job with the squeeze and the takeaway by Green. But once again, it finds the other blue line, and it goes back to the Bears as we're under a minute, folks. 4-0 Hanover here in the NHIAA semifinals of girls hockey. It's been an exciting season. A lot of teams with double-digit victories, including these two. And the winner goes to take on the Clipper Cats in the final, and I believe that's going to be Saturday morning at SNH.
Usually it's the
Arena.
10 a.m. game. They haven't announced times yet, but that's usually what happens. They wait for everybody else to get involved in terms of who the teams are going to be, and then they go from there.
I will be on my way to Maine, Tom,
Have a good trip.
to cover Bates hosting Williams College in lacrosse.
I will either be off
Uh-oh, we got a 2-on-1 developing and
or
closing.
I'll be in
is
Manchester.
Wilkinson, or you'll be at Manchester, right?
Yeah, one or the other.
I hope you get a break, big man.
As I have Alvern Milford coming up in the semis tomorrow night here. I won't be here covering it. Someone else will be. Jack Belanger, my right-hand man.
Yep.
But and then there's a possibility that Campbell, with 9 players on the Pembroke team, may be in the
Look,
finals.
Almost skating free down the slot was Bradley, but that'll take us to 3-2-1. It wraps around the behind Scar Casey. That takes us to the end of the second frame, TK.
So basically a repeat of what we saw in period number 1.
Wow, 4-0.
I think Guertiin managed, let me see here, if I'm not mistaken, all they managed in that period was one shot on goal.
Yep, there were 4 saves after the first.
Yep,
so one
they were
shot on
outshot 10-1, and the score after 2 as a result, it is Hanover 4, Bishop Guertiin nothing. We will be back with period number 3 of the Division I girls hockey semifinals right after this. Stay with us. Rich McDonough, I need to get one of those buzzers in my house so I can wake up in the morning.
Your birthday's coming up, buddy.
No, a few months away.
All right, we'll
Now,
get you early.
Let's not rush the big one, all right? 15 minutes to play in somebody's season, and right now the odds favor that being Bishop Guertiin as they are trailing 4-0 to Hanover at the start here of the third period. Shots are 21-5 in favor of the Bears.
Yeah, it's an onslaught, Tom.
It's been a domination. It could be worse were it not for the 17 saves by Scarlett Casey.
Yeah, I got to talk to Coach DeVita for BG at the intermission there. Great guy. He knows what he's up against.
Oh, yeah, he knew going in.
But he loves his team.
Yep.
And vice versa. So, hey, look, you don't want moral victories. Play hard. Make
Get
something
a goal,
happen.
make Hanover have to work a little bit more.
Never
right?
know. Never know. But we had goals from Lee at 3:53, and then only, a minute 9 seconds later, we had Wilkinson, who gave Lee the assist on goal number 1 in the second period. She got a goal with helpers from Lee and from Nora Bradley, and that took the 2-0 lead at the first, and made it 4-0. And BG kind of played chase, and I won't say dump and chase, but they were just throwing the puck all the way down the ice.
No
It looked
doubt
like
about it.
to kill time and somehow stay close. I mean, at times I think we wondered if it was heading for double digits, TK. That was heck of a performance by Hanover in periods 1 and 2.
The goals by Rockmore.
Yeah, oh yeah, for the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah, Rockmore had the first one, and she had the assist from Seelig and then returned the favors. Seelig got a goal in the first with an assist from Rockmore, and we detailed the goals in the second period there. We're 1 minute even into the third period here. Rich McDonough, Tom King here at Everett. And in Chile Concord, as we head toward the finals, which are coming this Saturday, and as Tom King explained, usually the 10 o'clock game is, what did he say, 10 or 11?
It will be 10 a.m.
Usually 10 a.m.
Usually 10 a.m. for the girls, and then they go, depending on who's available in the schools. Ooh, here's a chance for Guertiin at 2-on-1. Look how what
and as
happens
usual,
to it.
great skating by Law this time.
Just being out-skated.
And one of the 3 or 4 important stories of the game is whenever BG can poke one loose and get it into the neutral zone and possibly give some chase, Hanover skates, 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 and it's almost like they never left the fence. All right, back down. This time BG gets it in, no icing, and given a chase there is Spengler. She's played herself a hard game.
And see, here's the thing, Rich, right?
All ears.
In the girls' game, because of the rules that are that should be in place, there's no argument with the rules.
Right.
The non-checking, it's all ability to skate and stick handle. And if you have that edge over the other team, you're going to win the game.
Right. Oh, and Lee gets dumped to the ice from behind.
If this were a guys' game, Guertiin would have the ability to try to neutralize that skill with a little bit of physical play.
Right.
They can't do it in the girls' game. It's just not allowed and probably not feasible. They don't play that way.
You're going to start a lobbying campaign to get full check
No,
hockey.
I
I'm
wouldn't.
around.
I wouldn't. No, I don't. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with the non-checking. Right?
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with it at all.
Especially
But what it does is it puts more of an emphasis on the skill level.
When I was coaching St. John's lacrosse back in the Paul Rabel era, I also coached the girls' goalies, and I got to know the players on the girls' teams, and they always told me they would love to suit up and check.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And, girls lacrosse is a track meet with sticks.
Oh, it's great. I love watching
It's
the
running
girls'
up
game.
and down, setting it up, shooting, and then run down the other end.
Phenomenal
Right,
athleticism.
it is. It's great.
All right, 12:03, Rich McDonough, Tom King.
See,
It's 4-zip Hanover.
if this was a guys' game with the level of skill the same, it would probably be a 2-0 game right now instead of the 4, with a lot more penalties.
Winning yet another one with Seelig. She had goal-scoring effort tonight. Winds it up with the left. Goes off the pads of Casey.
Great job by
Ricochet.
Casey. Stay
Yep.
with it.
And she was yip-free that time. There were no jitters on the skates, and she stayed poised and squared up to the puck. Nice job as a former lacrosse goalie. Never a former lacrosse goalie. I'm always a lacrosse goalie. I like the goaltending style there. Same thing right there, but she couldn't get the glove. And nice takeaway there. That's Manici getting back. But this one finds the top of the slot. Casey has to do it
the one
again.
thing that Guertiin has done a good job of in this game, other than the first couple of goals, or that first goal really, limiting the rebounds. Hanover is not getting that second shot. What they're doing is they're getting the puck somewhere else, and they're getting another shot on goal very
Well,
quickly
and a couple
after.
3-on-2s didn't help.
Right.
If you're a Cardinal fan, that is.
So
All
that's the case.
And here we go. We're almost 4 minutes into the third period. 4 minutes through and a 4-goal lead for the Hanover Bears. Looking to get to the final on Saturday at SNU. Folks, Tom and I had the pleasure of covering both games last year. That was a great atmosphere.
That was a long day.
It was a long day, but a great
Because
atmosphere.
after you were all done,
I was all done, buddy. I went to lunch.
watch
Oh,
out.
here we go, winding up. Casey stays solid, and then and this right on cue, Tom. You mentioned the rebound.
And there's a rebound and a
This
goal.
one goes straight up the slot,
Yep.
and Hanover is able to bury it rapidly. I believe that was Nora Bradley. Yeah, she's skating off. Looked like she got that one. And that'll make it 5-zip, folks. We were 4 minutes and 21 seconds in. And it is 5-0 Hanover. And I'm not afraid to say that the diesel might be warming up outside.
Oh, I think it's been warming up for a while.
Yeah. I don't like putting the cart before the horse, but I've coached a few games in my 30-plus years doing it, and yeah, it's tough.
That day last year at Snew Arena was a long one because after you were done with the Guertiin games, I had Merrimack.
Well, I toasted you with my wonderful Willie Jules pork sandwich and a glass of wine, Tom. Tom, bringing it. Tom King doing everything for the Telegraph. You name it, this network.
Oh,
Every
they
other one.
could have called that right there. They did not.
TKpedia
Yep.
knows everything, forgot everything about New Hampshire sports.
For example,
could ever
Carly
know.
Green. Carly Green,
Yep.
daughter of Darryl Green. Darryl Green, former Nashua North head hockey coach.
And also a great cornerback for my beloved Washington, well, now Commanders. But wrong Darryl Green.
Wrong Darryl Green. And he also was an assistant coach at UMass Lowell.
That's good pedigree.
That's where he left North to go to.
I see. And that means he had Cam Holt there for a while. Yes,
No,
no?
we're talking way back.
Big
we're talking
collision, ripped
we're talking
down to the ice.
2007.
Okay.
And we may get a call here,
we
and
have
we
a penalty
do.
at last?
A tripping call, and let's see who it's on. It's going to be on
Look.
Goldthwait, I think.
No, it's looks like it's Kelly going to the sin bin. Yeah, they're both. She's
Hey,
protesting.
Kelly, you're right. I'm sorry. My
No.
mistake.
Well, you couldn't tell. One of my short stories is going to go beyond the ponytail because we can't see the girls' numbers
Right.
from the ponytails. They all have those awesome ponytails. All right, 9:25.
Yeah,
we got a first special teams
I need
play.
a ponytail.
All
What
right.
do you think, Dylan Smith? You got one.
All right, this one squirts out. Good job starting it out on the PK for the Cardinals. And as we said, Kelly's in the box for 2. And Cardinals coming out aggressively is Manici.
Right. And how many times have you called Manici's name tonight?
Not
many,
enough.
Not nearly enough.
I called her name nonstop in the maybe second to last game of theirs that they had against Manchester.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it was Manchester. And it was a wipeout, but, Manici was the heart and soul. Look at that big windup by Lee. That finds the pads of Scar. She's able to steer this one out, but it stays in the zone. And here trickling down, dangerous puck down the slot. Big windup there by Wilkinson. She had a goal in the second period. And again, keeping it in from the corner and getting it out past the half wall of the Bears. Rifling it around underneath the blue line to the wing, down the top of the left slot, hitting the deck, or one Cardinal, one Bear. That's Law going to the deck. And Manici, it stays in again. Another impossibly long possession. Great stick
on the
by
power
Bradley
play,
to keep that in. My goodness.
And here's a chance right here to get it out of there.
At least a chance for a breath,
Yes.
which is all they need right now. And
33 seconds left in the penalty.
steaming onto the ice comes Goldthwait. And yeah, we are at 28 seconds and counting, and we hear the whistle, and back down we go. Just to recap, we got goals tonight, all from Hanover. It's 5-zip. Rockmore with the first, Seelig with the second, Lee with the third, and then we had Wilkinson to finish out the scoring in the second, and then just a couple seconds ago was Nora Bradley, senior captain for the Bears.
5 different scorers.
5 different scorers.
What does that tell you?
And 4 different assists so far. We didn't get the full call on that last one.
I did. It was by Gardner.
Gardner, okay. And here comes Maggie Feng. Backhands it, hits the iron, and ricochets out to the corner. Feng controls it, bangs it over to the corner, but that rolls us out of the penalty to Kelly. Kelly's up
Nice
ice.
job by Guertiin to kill off that penalty.
Amen to that.
Whoa,
Scar,
watch out, the block
she
is
probably should have
loose.
squeezed that one, but they dodge yet another bullet, missing. Oh, that hit the heel of the.
That puck was bouncing out in front, and Casey did a good job to keep an eye on it and get it out of there.
Lindsay Had she gotten that one full tape, I think that might have stood a chance to get into that upper corner because Casey had already dropped to the 5.
Right.
Yeah. And we're at 7:08 and counting, folks. It's 5-zip. The mighty Hanover Bears girls ice hockey team is taking it to the defending champs here. Rich McDonough and Tom King up in the booth calling this semifinal game. All right, stuck in the corner there. Ushering down to the ice was Manici. And trying the wraparound is Lee, nothing doing, and gets outside, squirts. Nice cross pass and finds the tape of Green. Green gets out, lofts it to herself and puts it into the corner. And as always, Hanover's winning the chase in Wilkinson. And back down we go. Good check by Manici. She loses the twig again. That's the 4th time tonight. She's
Oh, look at that stick move. Look at that stick move.
Nice, finds the bottom of the slot.
And what a save by Casey.
And Casey scrambles over to her far pipe and shields that one out. Great job by Scar Casey there.
What stick handling and
really nice.
Puck possession that time by Hanover to get a shot point blank on Casey through all those bodies.
Right. And then great stick handling behind by Bradley. If nothing else, it made the BG defense eat up more energy and time, Tom. And it just keeps happening. Here we got a little bit of a 2-on-1. Nice check there by Braga. And a good takeaway, and up the ice goes Seelig. And Manici's stick's still out there. She's got a fresh one. And refs are going to clear that one out. Once again, our refs tonight were Stacy McKinnon, Erica Simpson, and Allie Karen. And this one's in the ice, stuck, and it goes across the goal mouth, finding nothing there off the stick of Gardner. And this time it does squirt free, but Hanover back first and controlling it. Good job pursuing, not giving up is Green. She backhands it over to the pads of Edson, where it freezes up at 5:26.
That is Guertiin's first shot on goal in, I would have to say, over 15
over
minutes.
15 minutes. They had
over
one
15 and
one
one
SOG,
shot
yeah.
in the second period. That was it.
That's just a jaw-dropping stat.
27-6 in shots.
Yeah.
It was 11-4 after one period.
You can stop reading right there, really. Unless your goalie makes 85 save like the, was it Winnicott goalie last week?
Well, as a sports writer, Rich McDonough, I never tell people to stop reading.
We get the Telegraph online every day, Tom. All right, and not only do I get to see your picture with a cup of coffee in the morning, here we are in the booth, live.
Looking nothing like that picture.
It's been a lot of fun doing these games with you,
Yeah,
Tom.
it has.
I enjoy it. Mike McDonough said to say hello. All right, we're
Mike
under
McDonough
5.
decided where the
Not decided. He got into UVA a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Waiting on Michigan, Duke. He's getting recruited to play quarterback at MIT. We'll see what happens. Anyway, you slice it. We're proud of him. And he got a 4-year Air Force scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good kid. Fortunately, he got his mother's brains. All
So
right.
no one used the transition tag on him to keep him from signing with anybody else.
What's your old phrase with the Nashua, not national letter of intent, the Nashua letter of intent?
Oh, you're right. The Nashua, the NILs. He's going to get that's exactly. Yeah. The NLA, NLI, and the NLIs and the NILs.
We got to get our acronyms straight.
My goodness.
All right, and this one, as we wind down to the 4-minute
How
mark.
about Dartmouth basketball? Unionizing.
We are unionized.
What is going on?
I mean, they can, kids are making a ton of money.
What has happened to collegiate
I'm going to look
athletics?
for an editorial from you.
What has happened?
Well, it's called money.
Boy.
We got a lot of green skating around on the ice tonight, but there's a ton of green in the business of college sports. All right, coming down the ice is Leaf. Good sandwich there by Manici and Kelly.
My point, Rich McDonough,
Yes, sir.
is always this.
Oh, finding the 5-hole that time.
The value
Wilkinson.
of a college education that these kids that are in D2 and D1 are able to get for free if they play. Tell the people who are paying off their student loans at age 50 that is no value to it.
Write it up. Write it up.
I don't.
There are a lot of people listening.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand the thinking.
Maybe we're just old.
I guess so. Oh, look at this steal. Nice steal here by Hanover. But they're kind of taking their time now. You know
All right,
what?
Brian, yeah, they're not looking
They're not
to slice
looking
and
to
dice.
slice. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. 2:52 left. They're up 5-0, 28-6 in shots. They know they're going to the finals.
It's a passing drill.
Yep.
I've been in this situation way more often than not as a leading coach, but certainly it happens on the other end. You don't learn anything when it's this dominating a performance. It's amazing to me that BG is only down 5-0.
It is. It could be much worse.
But you don't do anything for the game. You don't do anything for the kids, unless you're playing, fourth liners and dusters and stuff like that. But these squads aren't deep. They've done the job. It's done. Good paddle away there by Scar Casey, who can't hang her head, man. She's a junior. She'll be back. She's got to find some rhythm. And then you got a number of returning players for Coach DeVita.
My prediction, this is Carly Green's team next year.
I can see it.
That's my prediction.
She's got speed, she's got toughness, and experience.
Yep. Daughter of a coach. She's got all the qualities.
Yeah, that's a good package player right there. We'll be looking for that, but they're going to miss Minichi a ton.
Oh, a ton.
She's so good.
They already missed Shattuck.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Yep.
And then,
1:53 left in the game.
And Minichi right on cue gives a good hard run in by Gardner, and it trickles across both slots.
Whoa!
Uh-oh, we might get something. No call.
No call. They
Refs
could have,
have,
and we got an injured player.
Refs have dinner
down.
on the stove, clearly.
She's okay. She just got a little shaken up there.
DJ Petey Pete's looking to get back in. It's a narrow
Welcome
booth
back.
up here.
You gonna come in?
Don't want to go across the
that's
court.
right.
There we go. Technical difficulties already. With only 1:39 seconds and a drop to Scar Casey's right. And going to the dot one more time is Lee.
Always deferred to the producer. Why? He is an executive.
Oh, no!
My!
Seeing eye puck
Oh.
right out of the draw at 1:35.
Now taking the shot was Gardner. Let's see if they credit her
Yeah, I
with the
think
goal.
there's no doubt. Yeah, who did it hit on the way in? That's the only question. And that brings the shot totals to 30-6. And TK,
with a 6-goal deficit, now it'll be running time. The minute 35 will keep going all the way.
and the first game, it was Gardner.
Lee on the assist.
At 13:25 is the official math. I haven't been good at math since I bartended, Tom. That's a long time ago.
I was a year ahead in math in high school. And then I took calculus my senior year, and it all went downhill.
It could be a good.
I took typing my junior year. I didn't take any math at all.
It shows.
And that's
every
why,
morning.
right, exactly.
I'll think of that every morning.
That's why I took it. I said I'm going to need it for my profession.
All right, and this one squirts outside the zone, and that'll
Said I'm
kill
not going
off.
to need math. Who needs math?
So 6-0. Back on February
Yep.
17th, it was 6-0.
Yep.
And here we are again. I don't know if Hanover was trying to break that. Gardner just flipped that one in and
She
it
just
found its
flipped
way
it.
in.
It just
Seeing eye puck.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, backhand. It squirts outside the zone. We're at 30 and counting, folks.
And
so,
that shot by Hanover, we were talking about this game in between periods, Rich McDonough,
Yep.
was that type of shot is how Nashua North got knocked out of the tournament contention.
it looked like
In boys.
it looked like a frame by frame puck.
Exactly.
And I was
Exact
watching
type-
it from right behind the
Exact,
shooter.
yeah, exact. So
I
was
think it
I.
was Walsh.
Exact type of shot.
I think it was Walsh.
Yep.
It was Walsh.
So 2 seconds left, 1 second, and that will do it.
This is a dominant team,
6-0
TK.
final, and the Cardinals.
And I got to tell you, Oyster River Portsmouth Clipper Cats have a stalwart opponent in front of them at SNU on Saturday, Tom. That's a lot of tape to watch in a very short amount of time. Find out how you can disrupt that rhythm the Hanover Bears have, and it's a heck of a lot of
It
rhythm.
is a heck of a team. At the end of the game the other night, they all got in a crowd and were jumping up and down.
And this is
But
an amazing
Guertiin,
stat.
it's a different look right now tonight.
And this is an amazing stat. That runs their playoff total, TK, to, their New Hampshire opponent total for the season to 103 to 8 goals scored versus goals allowed.
They have come through and dominated in this state.
And Scar Casey's got her head down, but she'll be back. And she's a good goaltender, and she's got good coaching.
Oh, they will need her
people.
next year, believe me.
Well, this was fun, Tom.
Yep, it's fun. Rich McDonough, 30-6 in shots for Hanover. The final score in the Division I girls hockey semifinals. It is Hanover 6 and Bishop Guertiin nothing. Thanks for joining us here on National ETV. Thanks to Pete Johnson, our executive producer. Soon-to-be birthday boy, Dylan Smith. Thanks to you, Rich McDonough. I'm
Love
Tom
you.
King. Good night, everybody.